Okay, so as you can see here, I'm missing a button on my flannel, and I'm going to teach you how to sew a button onto a piece of clothing. So first off, I like to map out where my button is going to go, and as you can see here, I'm marking where I want my button to go with a Sharpie based on where the buttonhole is. And this is just so that I know where the button is supposed to be. So now I'm going to look through my disaster of a sewing kit and find a thread match for the thread to sew the button onto my flannel. And this is just like me threading the needle, and I was having some trouble, so I sped it up. Okay, so I'm done threading my needle, and now I'm just lining up how I want my button to be placed so that it matches with how the other buttons are placed. And now I'm just starting sewing. You start from the inside so that the knot on the end of my string is on the inside and not showing. And usually with sewing buttons on, you crisscross, but you start like this first, and then you get to the other two holes later after you're done stitching these two holes. And this is just a time lapse of me stitching it. As you can see, I've left this in here because I wanted to show that I was struggling getting this in, and that's completely fine. Okay, so I'm finished stitching those two holes, and now we're going crisscross. And this is just like a reference, so you know what I'm actually talking about, and this is just like another reference from my flannel. Okay, so I finished stitching it on, and this is like kind of an optional part, but I like to do this so that the button sticks out a little bit more. So I'm wrapping the extra string around the button. See, I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm wrapping the string around the button so that it pokes out more, so that it's easier to get through the hole. Oh my gosh, that was and so now I'm just sticking it back through to the back, and I'm struggling again a little bit. Okay, so now I'm almost done. Now the last steps is to just secure it to the flannel. So what I'm doing is I'm just tying a bunch of knots. Whenever I sew stuff, I like to put a bunch of knots in because I feel like if I don't, then it's not secure enough, and this is just like a close-up. So when I stitch, there's a loop, and then I thread the needle through the loop to make the knot. And this is just like a time lapse of me doing that over and over again. Okay, and now it's pretty secure on there, as you can see. So now you just snip the extra stuff off and you call it a day. That's how you do it.